Hey guys, really quick, I wanted to share that when you're watching my video, if you notice that I'm looking maybe a certain direction, or I'm actually looking directly at the camera, but the way this new phone is set up, I have to, it's making me look like I'm looking somewhere else, but I promise I'm not cockeyed or anything. I am definitely looking at the camera, but if it doesn't look like I'm looking that way, I am. So great video. I didn't want to delete it or anything, but hope you like. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know that it has been a minute, like I said. I'm probably gonna say that for the next couple of or few videos. But this video today that I'm bringing you is more of a kind of a growth video. Right now we're experiencing the social distancing and we're having to be at home and kind of isolate ourselves from the rest of the world just because of what is going on with the coronavirus. I don't want to make my video about the coronavirus, but I do want to talk about how that is affecting a lot of jobs and a lot of things that people are experiencing and going through. And it's going to kind of just slide right into what I'm going to talk about today. So this video is going to be titled 10 Ways to Grow Your Side Hustle. So last year, you guys know, I launched Vault 28, which is my baby. And Vault 28 kind of grew into a passion when I started blogging. It has been alive for about 1.5 years now. It is still going strong. It is going well. And it has taught me a lot of things about growing a side hustle and about what it takes to kind of grow something that you're passionate about or that you really want to see kind of help your family and get yourself, because even a blogger and an influencer is a side hustle to me. I am a school teacher by day and I'm an influencer blogger by night, but I'm also a business owner and an entrepreneur. And those things are things that matter to me, that I have worked tirelessly trying to grow those businesses into substantial income. So last year, I'm going to reveal a few numbers because I want this to be as transparent as possible. And I am going to reveal a few numbers to you so that you can get a better grip of what I'm trying to say as far as growth. Now, last year we launched Vault 28 and it really is a fashion and retail. It sells accessories, fashion pieces, and I work with wholesalers in order to get my business off the ground. So I'm not creating like my own line of clothes or my own line of accessories that I'm making by hand, but I am working with wholesalers. So I decided to start this business because I wanted to find something for my family that would kind of alleviate some of the burdens that any typical family can feel, especially my family. I have a blended family, and I wanted to make sure that I gave my boys all the opportunities that I could give them as a parent and not feel like I was shortchanging them or shortchanging my husband and I. So we're going to get into this video and we're going to start with my top 10 tips on how to grow your side hustle. So the first tip I have for you in starting a side hustle, and basically a hustle is something that you do that is outside of your active income. So my active income is that I'm a school teacher by day, and my income from being a blogger or an influencer is by night. And so these are things that I work on the weekends and at nighttime, or by writing blog posts, affiliate links, sponsored posts, partnerships, sponsor anything that someone is going to pay me, or I'm doing independent contract work for outside of my active income. So a side hustle is kind of like your passive income. And guys, keep up with me. If you don't follow me on Instagram or some of my other channels, make sure that you follow me there, because I do give a lot of great gems on those channels, just so you'll know when I'm going to launch videos like this, or when I'm going to kind of give teachable moments like what I'm giving today. So the first tip in starting a side hustle or growing a side hustle is, do not start this type of business if the hustle ain't in you to start. Do not, waste your money. I have to say, if you want to start a side hustle, that's what the word means, hustle. You're going to have to hustle. And you don't want to start something that you're really not passionate about. You're really not going to give it time to grow. You're not going to put your 200% into it. Don't go into a business that you don't have time for. So that's going to be, I started with that because this is what hustling is about. My husband and I have gotten in a great place financially. We've gotten in a great place as far as saving. We listen to the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a lot of the Dave Ramsey things. We know, especially in a time like we're experiencing right now, about having 6 months worth of savings in your bank account or your savings account, because you really don't know what's going on with the economy or to be honest with you, things are very unsettling. So beginning a side hustle or wanting to hustle, it can be anything, but let it be something that you're truly passionate about, and don't just get into things that you're not going to put 200% into those things. So make sure that if you are going to start a hustle, it is something that you are passionate about and you want to see take flight. Because if you are not going to put the work in, then it will not grow. It will just probably crumble at your feet. But make sure that it is something that you love. I started fashion. It was something that I love. It's something that I do. I do makeup. I do fashion. It's something that I am passionate about. So if you go to my feed on Instagram, you will constantly see videos, or you'll constantly see me sharing fashion, or you'll constantly see me sharing pictures of my family, or how I'm going to try to grow my family and do things for them or see them grow. So this is my lifestyle. I have a lifestyle, home, fashion, and decor blog. So, you can tell just behind me, everything that I touch, my mom has always told me, put 100% in the things that you're going to put out into the world. Number 2, find something that you're passionate about. If you're not passionate, it will feel like work. It has to be something you love to do, and you have to be committed to the process. Remember that hustles take work, and it can get very grueling at times, meaning if you're not going to be committed, then do not engage in something like this. I had to, it's a conglomerate. It takes a lot of work. I could not do this by myself. My husband is my right-hand man, and it takes 2 people. And I'm not saying that you can't do it by yourself, but know that the work will get grueling if it is only you by yourself, but it can be done. But my husband is my right-hand tech. He's my camera guy. He's my video guy. The big thing I do behind all of this is bring a lot of the ideas and the writing and just putting it all together inside of this one storehouse. And then we get in there and we work and we brainstorm and we try to figure out what we're going to do in order to make these ideas come to life. Guys, in 2019, I had a goal. My goal was to work with 10 different brands and make sure that I could kind of meet that goal. Guys, I surpassed my goal in 2019, and my goal was to work with those 10 brands. I closed out 2019 working with 13 brands, which brought an additional income of $10,000 into our home. And when I say that this is possible, it is possible. If this video is not for you, then click off and go somewhere else. But this video is for people who are trying to grow a business or a brand. Number 3, this is key. Surround yourself with positive people who will encourage you. I'm looking down because I'm looking at my notes. Who will encourage you, run with you, and motivate you. Unfortunately, everyone will not be your biggest cheerleader. They just will not. Some people may even be in the background, honestly, wishing and secretly wishing for you to fail, unfortunately. Guys, I can even say that you may have family members that may not want to see you succeed in this, or their ideas may not be as big as your ideas. And that is okay. It is your ideas. Get them together, gather them up, and we'll see them through. But like I told my husband, be a cheetah and outrun them, because your ideas belong to you and only you can see your ideas grow. Guys, there are many many people out here who have had a very small, minute idea that has grown into something monumental. And with the right mindset and the right tools, you can grow a business or a side hustle into something that will become your active income. Remember, side hustles are supposed to become your 9 to 5, your active income. So you're trying to get to a place where you can replace your active income and get more comfortable and be your own boss. I read something this morning where it said that your side hustles are supposed to be the type of income that replaces what you're doing to get to the place that you want to be. You got to be your own boss. And so that is something that I'm working towards. I was sharing a conversation with my husband just the other day, and y'all, God is so good, because I had said to my husband I wanted to stay home and work and just know what it feels like to kind of run my own business, stay home, still receive my active income, crazy, and grow my business and grow my brand. And guys, look at where I'm at. I'm at home. Like, God is a way that, and I'm not trying to turn this religious or anything, but he operates in such a way that if you ask, you shall receive. And I prayed about it. I said, God, I want to stay home for X amount of time to see if I can grow my business, grow my brand. And look where I'm at. I'm growing my business. I'm growing my brand. And I am at home. And I have been able to bust out so much work and, do all of these things, do all the things. And I have been pumping out content. Guys, I got content lined up for, umpteen days. And I feel very positive and very, just good about what I'm putting out into the universe. Now, we're going to get back to our 10 tips. The 4th tip is, when you're building a side hustle, please have a plan. Make sure that you sit down with whoever you're going to build this side hustle with and create a plan, have a vision, have a motto, something that you're going to continue to go back to and continue to look at in order to grind your way through this side hustle. Have a motion to set things forward. Make sure that, guys, vision boards are a thing of the future, not of the past. I like vision boards. It's not for everybody, but for me, I have a vision board because I'm gonna walk by that board several times and I'm gonna look at that board and then I'm going to envision where I want my life to go. And so it's funny because I read this little quote today on Instagram. I think their page is called Smart Investing. And he said, write down the top 25 things that you want to see surpass in your life or grow in your life. And he said, circle the top 5 things and then cross out the rest of those things on your list, because the other 20 are not going to matter after you reach the first 5, because the first 5 were the first meaningful things that you wrote down in that list that meant the most to you when you started writing the list. Sometimes we are intentional. Our goals are very intentional, but we have to put the work in the goals and pray about the goals and set them off into the universe. And the next thing for number 5, it's okay to seek out other people when you are trying to build your business, or you're trying to grow your business, or maybe other people who own their own business. That's okay to seek those people out. But remember, surround yourself with like-minded people. It is very important that you put yourself in a position where you are surrounded by like-minded people and not people that are going to spit those negative things out into the universe around you. I am a person and I'm a creature of habit when it comes to surrounding myself with people who are going to uplift, who are going to give me positive feedback. I have no problem with constructive feedback, but I do have a problem with negativity. I have let friendships go. I have let relationships go because if the negativity was too much. And guys, I am a person that does my best with trying to filter out a lot of negative things when people are coming at me. I just don't do well with it. And I'm just a person that when I wake up in the morning, I thank God for waking me up. I'm grateful, I'm appreciative, And I let people know that I appreciate them, because it is very important for people to know that you appreciate what they're doing, or how you're giving back, or how they're giving to you and feeding into your business. I have reached out to certain people who have really helped me and guided me in the right direction, but I've also not let certain family members in certain ideas and business ventures, because either they don't understand where my mindset is, or their growth is not my growth. And it is not my responsibility to get into a place where I have to argue or try to teach them where I'm headed. That is not my job. My job is to take my family under my wings and run with them. And that is where I'm at when it comes to ventures and side businesses and side hustles and growth. So it's okay to seek out like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that are going to give you that push that you're needing and get you more secure in your steps and growing your business. These people led me places. They gave me solid information on the business aspect. They talked to me about where, how to get my LLC. They talked to me about legal things. There was a lot of information I needed legally. And so I outsourced. I sought out people that, could help me in this area, and they own their own business. So never feel like you're isolated or there's nobody to turn to. There are several people to go to, but like I said, seek out those people that are going to feed that positiveness into you that you need to hear and you need to grow from. And so, my husband is a very positive person, and I know that I can go 100 miles an hour. He tells me that I can go 100 miles an hour, and feeding into him and giving him, all of my ideas. And then, my ADD kicks in, and then I'm like, sorry, babe, but I'm just like, and I'm full of ideas. And guys, find you a notebook, write down those ideas, get those things rolling. Like, I've heard, it's somebody I follow on Instagram, and she says, can't nobody outwork me, because I will outwork everybody in the room. And that is where the mentality that I have now when it comes to my business and when it comes to my family, and just providing for them and making sure they have everything they need. And I go hard for them. And I'm, on a side note, I got very upset, very just sad, not upset, but sad, because this was going to be my family's first year. We were going to travel abroad, and my family, my husband and I were going to travel with the boys to South Africa. And because, it's dreams like that I've gotten, there was a time that I didn't think that was attainable. And it's dreams like that lets me know that we've worked hard. My husband and I, we're our own business. And it's places like that let us know that, baby, we've arrived. And it's okay for us to take our seat at the table. So I definitely, that's why I think sharing is caring, because, and if you guys want more videos like this, or maybe you want the steps on what we did to start Vault 28, and, what we did to kind of get that business off the ground, and ordering wholesale items and buying it, getting an LLC. If that's something that you need or you're interested in, then make sure you leave it in the comments, and we can kind of keep it going and, bless somebody else. You don't always, and I understand that people are educated and they're blessed, but you don't always have to charge for knowledge. And I'm a school teacher, and I bless kids every day. And it does not mean, because me giving you this information, I know God gonna bless me tenfold. So I'm not gonna charge people just to, give them something that they may need. And they can't afford to pay for what I'm saying. But hey, it's out here in the universe now, and it's yours. So if it's something that you want more from me, makeup, or you want, fashion, or you want to know more about the business side, but I'm sharing because we're in a good place financially. And my husband and I purchased our forever home, and thinking that we probably would never be able to afford our forever home. I mean, we're 2 school teachers, but school teachers should have some side hustles and, some things going on to kind of grow their business or their families more. And that's the business that we're in. The next thing is number 6, learn how to save and manage your money wisely. There's a point where my husband and I, we have a joint checking account, joint save, everything joint. But we also stop spending at a certain point in our checking account. And, we don't let our checking account bottom out to nothing, but we just get to a place where we kind of curve our spending, and we're kind of monitoring the money more when we start getting close to that point. And guys, that's a great place to start with your money. That's how we were able to start a business. We automatically draft money out of our checks to go into our savings without us even seeing it. Because, hey, if we leave it up to ourselves, we're liable to not do any of that. So I let the bank people handle all of that stuff. So once we, move it over, I don't see that money. And I don't know, I just know it goes into savings. But it is very possible to save your money. It is very possible to get to a very comfortable place in your household, a very comfortable place in your life. And you can kind of sit back a little bit and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And, I'm a person that works, but I like to work on my own terms. But I also, wanted a side hustle. Remember, a side hustle is an investment. It is an investment, and you want to see it grow. You can start a side hustle with just $500. You don't need several $1,000s to start a side hustle. I am in a position to tell my sons, find something you're passionate about or that you're good at, that and do the research so you know how to get out there in the world and put your mark on the world. And so I just want you to know, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to start a side hustle right now with the economy the way it is. When the economy picks back up again, that might be the best time to start. We started a year ago. This wasn't going on a year ago, but it was a time where we were able to give and, a portion of our money that we saved to that and grow that investment. And there are other things that we look at, and we can share those too in another video. But we want you to know that it's very possible 2 school teachers can save their money or get to a place in saving and live comfortably in their forever home and still raise 4 very greedy boys and that eat up everything. But it's, nobody wants to see, our grocery bill. But, I just want you guys to know that all of these things are very attainable. The next thing, before we leave number 6, just to know that you don't need a lot of money to start. And remember, there are a lot of moving parts for owning your own business. And like I said, I could share that in another video. But number 7, work at it daily. It needs your attention often. Nothing will get done if you don't work at it. Luck is what happens. My husband has this in the restroom. I put this up on his side of the restroom. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Your vibe creates your life. To want more for your life, you have to vibe higher. So if my vibe is, I want more for my kids, I want more for my husband, I want more for my life, my energy will speak volumes to my soul. My energy will speak volumes to my children. My energy will speak volumes to my husband. So if my energy is high, then what I feed them will be high. And my expectation is high. So I know my kids, when I throw them out there to the wolves, that their expectations for other people that surround them will be high. So keep that in mind, that work at it. It needs attention. Guys, I work at my brand daily. This is not a time where I'm not working at it unless I'm asleep. When I'm sleeping, I'm not working at it. But my husband can tell you, every single day I hit the ground running 100 miles an hour. So keep that in mind. Side hustles need you to be with it often. So make sure that you're working at it. It has to be something that you're passionate about, something that you want to see grow. It's kind of like they say right here in this little, movie that we watched years ago. If you build it, they will come. And it's one of those things that constantly, if you build this, people will come. The customers will come. The subscribers will come. The growth will come. All of those things will come, but you have to put it out there. We don't know what you're thinking about. We don't know what's in your head. We don't know what great idea you have until you unleash it into the universe. The next thing, my number 8 is do your research, look at what's trending, and look at what's non-traditional. If you want to launch something, do your research first. Don't jump out there and not know, how it's going to do or how well it's going to do. Do your research first. Look at the trending. Is it trending? Is it non-traditional? Find the things that will always live or die out too soon or too fast. Sometimes we have the best ideas and they go nowhere. Do your research. Doing research allows you to see what's a hook and what will live a long time and can come back yearly. Hashtag, find the passion of the people. Because there are some things that people create that I could care less about. But there are some things that people create that will live year after year after year because the idea was amazing. And you got to think, what do I want to put out into the universe? Is it something that people are going to find? Is it passion of the people? Because that's something I learned through teaching. You got to find the passion of the people. If I find that sweet spot with my parents, my children, they come to my class and they have parents. If I find that sweet spot, I don't never really have to deal with a lot of conflict during the school year. But if I never really take time to find my classroom's sweet spot and how I can service my children and service their parents, then I'm probably going to set myself up for a lot of heartache throughout the school year, or a lot of emails or phone calls or things that I may not want to deal with. So I research and I find the sweet spot for my class and what kind of is that I don't want them to flatline, but I do want them to to still like coming to school. And guys, that's no different for your business. People like coming back to shop with you or to, buy something from you. Find the sweet spot, whether it's writing a very personalized card and putting it in their order, or whether it's giving them 10% off their next order, or whether it's, thanking them for shopping with your business. Or they are the first ones, since they're subscribers, they're the first ones to hear about the sale before you open it to the public. Guys, there are so many ways that you can reach people. You just have to find that sweet spot. Keep that in mind as you're growing and building your business. Remember, look at what's traditional, what's non-traditional, and what's trending, and do your research. The next thing, number 9, prepare yourself for late nights and a ton of hustle. There are going to be late nights writing, calculating, searching, looking, figuring things out. And create a brand aesthetic that speaks you. You may see something on Instagram and be like, ooh, I like that. But that may not be you. That may be that brand's aesthetic, not yours. And so that is something I've tried to create that is just me. And even I have been pigeonholed into that. And I have been reminded by my husband as I go back and know that Ari is special and she has something special to give to the universe. And that is it, period. And so I remind myself often that I am my own brand, and what I put out in the universe is what I want people to see. And so make sure that you're putting positive things out there. And that when I say brand aesthetic, your colors, the feel of, your brand, what do you stand for? Being a school teacher, we're seen as, or we're envisioned as certain things or certain people. But outside of that, I also have a personality. I have a home. I have children. And they see me, when you're in the grocery store, you're a celebrity. But, and I said I didn't want my little video to go over 30 minutes. So I'm going to soon be wrapping this up. Now, that was my number 9, was just preparing yourself for those late nights. You're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. But you have to remember, what are you doing? You're hustling. And you're going to be just out of your mind without resting. And you're going to go to sleep on it and wake up on it. And it's something that we've learned and we've kind of adjusted to because we wanted to grow our brand. And like I said, I can do a whole nother video on brand sponsorships, partnerships, working with brands, pitching campaigns and winning those campaigns. I can do all of that. So we have several avenues of income. Guys, in today's society, we need more than one income coming into our homes. And this was important to me that I kind of share this with you. But my number 10 is to remember this. You are a creator. You can create and achieve anything you put your mind to. What you focus on expands. Focus on what you want. Consistency and persistence is key. Remember, if you're gonna do a side hustle, be persistent and be consistent. It will not grow if you are not going to be consistent. I am a person whose mind is always thinking and growing and trying to figure it out. Guys, it will not grow if you're not consistent. And make sure that you're putting in the work. It's work. I'm not gonna lie to you. Blogging and having a blog and feeding my blog and making sure I'm taking photos, and I just recently started vlogging again and opening my YouTube channel back up. So I kind of got quiet because I was tired. Not that I just laid down on the other social media platforms, but I was tired, and now I have time on my hands. Remember, this is what I prayed for. So if I'm praying for this, then I need to go at it 200%. So if you guys want to know more of anything, or you want me to shoot a certain type of video, let me know down in the comment sections. I have no problem doing that. If you want to be a part of the Williams family, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell button so you know what I'm going to upload. I'm not going to stick to a day and say Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I'm not. I'm treating my videos like a treat. So, I'm kind of balancing a lot, and I don't want too much. I don't want to say that I'm going to upload on this day or that day. Just know that there will be 2 videos during the week, but I don't want to put them on a certain day. That's why you need to hit the bell so when the videos come up, you're able to kind of participate and watch. And guys, leave me some valuable comments. I love answering comments. I'm really good, really fast on the trigger about answering the comments. So leave me some comments down below to let me know what you want to know. And, whether, like I said, last year was a very good year for us. My husband works 2 jobs. Last year, he's a teacher, that's his active income, and then he was a coach, which was kind of like his passive income. Well, we're not doing that anymore. We were able to hang up a job and be more present, and that's what he wanted. His goal was to stop coaching and be more present and be more active in our brand and growing this brand. So just keep that in mind. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm always going to be excited about coming and sharing. This knowledge is free. So if you like free, then watch. Ask questions. But until my next video, I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.